So when we look at con artists, there are so many different types, but the ones that come up a lot on my radar really is personal injury. You got the con artists who will go looking for that personal injury claim, cause themselves an accident. You know, sometimes you see the sign for spilled liquids or something like that. They will go look for that, hurt themselves or feign injury, and then start a claim really. So what we do with that, I'll spend some time on that person and literally got to follow their every move, wait for them. If they say they are unable to work because of a leg injury or a back injury, and potentially say their work involves lifting heavy materials, or they can't drive or anything like that. So the main thing we look at with them is doing something that goes against saying what they can't do. So we'll build a surveillance case around that. And also accident victims and, you know, people who say they got whiplash, things like that's really hard to prove. So we'll have to, again, find out what they say their restrictions are, which is either getting them to get a nice big payout, or if it's on the employer sort of thing, if someone says they've injured themselves, they can't come back to work, and they get signed off with sick pay for a month or so. If the client is unsure about this, we again would set up a surveillance situation where we'll be going as to what the brief is discussing, what we're looking out for, in the sense of, are they working somewhere else? Are they doing anything physical that is stopping them from doing their job? Then you go for the other factors, obviously, with depression and mental health being massive at the moment, people are able to express themselves a lot more. We've seen cases where people are saying they're depressed, they can't go out, they can't come into work for the year we've had and everything like that. Everyone's going through their different things, but if they're saying they've been signed to work or can't complete assignments or things like that, again, we'll be looking at, are they working somewhere else? Are they indoors? Are they getting treatment for their mental health? Or are they going out partying? Are they having a good time? Are they having friends over? Are they taking holidays? Are they doing this and that? So we'll just try to establish those kind of things. Another popular one is obviously moonlighting, where they potentially work at least another job or two. They could be stuck in like a 3-month contract or something, and you can't get them out, and you have to pay them out if they're not doing something directly wrong that you need proof of. You give employees company cars, using that for a side business when they take it home and things like that. You could put trackers on your vehicles. It does become very expensive for continuous run of trackers. And another thing we can do is fit a short-term tracker on, or just follow that vehicle. But ideally, we would need some sort of tracker on that vehicle. You could put a tracker on your whole fleet, but like I say, it's just the cost effectiveness of that. So those are just a few snapshot ones, cases that we get quite often, but there are so many random ones. If you're having a problem with employees, we can run through things. We will protect the client's anonymity, so you've got nothing to fear that you're going to spook one of your staff members into that. We will advise you on the next stage if we do think it is worthwhile getting someone involved in this, because we got to see that most things marry up, but most of the time, ideally, if the employer is, say, a small employer without a HR department, it's harder for them to go through the disciplinary stages of things and ideally terminating that worker's contract. And a lot of workers are very clever, putting themselves in a situation where they are hard to get rid of. And sometimes you need to find out a bit more about what they're doing to help with that situation. So like I say, just a few bits and bobs there, but get in touch. We can go through it on a case-by-case nature. I'll give you an idea of the options that are available to you and see how we get on. Thank you very much.